Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I
You
like to
don't?
read. I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
Yeah. I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish the story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you gotta do is push the back button. That's all you gotta do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody out there doing the day. Welcome to the Sports Chatter Show, Taco Tuesday, some of y'all like to call it. But we're back at it like we're mad at it. Man, it's time to run one with you guys. Back. You think he's slick and slack? What's up, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
Hey, man, I'm liking all this energy there. I'm telling you, I don't know if it's something about Tuesday or tacos that brings this, this enthusiasm out. But hey, man, look, this is your Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. And, we back today on this Taco Tuesday on the Sports Chatter Show where we talk about all the sports drama. And today we got Moose Harris. Did I say that right? Moose Harris.
Yeah, you said that, right?
Oh, Raging Cajun land, man. We got him hanging out with us, man. What's good?
What's going on with y'all, man? I'm glad to be here with y'all.
Did you work on that? That was true. He come on with the big smiles.
Man, look, I'm just hanging out, bro. That's all. I'm just hanging out.
Okay. We gotta watch you. Like, you gonna steal our camera. We gotta watch you. But I mean, you hanging out with her from Lafayette, Louisiana?
That's right. Down here in Acadiana, Raging Cajun country, as you said. Born and raised down here in South Louisiana. So shout out to New Iberia and all the rest of Acadiana. Just doing my thing here with entertainment broadcasting and stuff, and being a part of what y'all have from at least the group standpoint, if not all with.
Hey, this the star. But hey, like New Iberia, like I think I seen that like on a hot sauce bottle or something like that. I mean, hot sauce down there.
Oh yeah, man, hot sauce capital of the world, in my opinion. Shout out to Tabasco, shout out to Louisiana Red Dot.
Like I said, because we got a Dallas Cowboy fan. So I'm gonna enjoy tonight.
Oh no way, huh?
Cowboy fan. So we're gonna rub all that in. But yeah.
Oh, Dallas. I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah. Shout out to Tabasco. Shout out to Louisiana Red Dot. No Iberia, B-Town, as we say from time to time. B-Town,
Okay. All right. Well, you know how we do it on the Sports Chatter Show. We just talk about some of the topics that were popping off in the group. And, one thing that's crazy, you've been a part of some of that's been going on. So, man, you should fit right in. But Coach,
sounds good, man.
What we talking about today?
So the irony of it is he is on the first topic. I believe he got some comments in there. We're going to call this one, oops.
I just dropped my phone.
And this is from yours truly, Uncle Leroy. He asked, was it a desperation move? And this is in reference to the Saints added former Hurricane Lamar Miller to the backfield. Was that a desperation move? I think it is, considering you cut Murray right before the season started.
See, you just being messy. I'm gonna let you take a shot at that first. What do you think about that, Moose? What do you think? Was it a desperation move?
I don't think it's a desperation move. I think it's more of like somewhat of a typical move that Sean Payton's done over the last few years. And then, I started rabbit holing into why Lamar Miller, and depth and perception is everything. He seemed to be a very consistent somebody who would fit in the mold of what they're trying to do with a leader like Alvin Kamara. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was a desperation move. I think it was a strategic, long-term, almost nothing to lose type situation.
That's a desperation move. Nothing to lose. I mean, that's desperation.
That's not desperation. Not when you have nothing to lose. Now, if you had something on the line and you making a randomized decision, that's something to lose. I mean, what exactly are they losing by having a guy who has single-digit fumbles in his career on the roster?
You know, now that I remember, you was a big proponent of this Lamar Miller guy. You know what? It was a desperation move because at the end of the day, Latavius Murray go. You know, and that's what we had to recover from because Alvin Kamara, you know, he does not have the body to run the ball 18. You know, the season extended 18 weeks now, so he can't do it 18 or 17 weeks. So, yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's deafness. I mean, sorry for Tony Jones Jr. getting hurt and what may have you. He was in that position. So there's too much on him as far as being a competent, consistent veteran. He may not have been a superstar or anything like that, but all we need is competence and skill within that, and he happens to have that over the course of his career. Granted, coming off an injury or what may have you, but realistically at this particular point, what running back that you would sign during the season isn't coming off of some sort of injury? That's kind of the MO of not only the league, but Sean Payton specifically, you know? So Ty Montgomery is somewhat there. AK is the main one in reference towards it. Just have somebody in between, and he could be that guy. If not, then, I mean, we've got at least a third of the season without him so far, you know? Either find somebody else or just refirm things in the backfield. Either way it go. I don't think it's a desperation move at all.
He's reacting to something they already did. Like, we should have been in the head of the game. So we put all of this into a rookie. You know, like rookies aren't, you know, if they're not a top ranked rookie, they're not going to pretty much finish the season because they're not used to getting in the game. They're not used to that usage. So, like, for him to let Latavius Murray go, now I get it that, you know, it was too, like everyone was saying, hey, this is something for the salary cap. But at the end of the day, it's like you cutting off your hand to smite your nose, something like that. I forget how to go. But that was a desperation move in the beginning. So one desperation move, he gets another one. But, you know, to your point, Lamar Miller, you know, he does have a history of being a star running back. So, you know, and he's from Miami, which might be a bad thing because people from Miami, the Hurricanes come with baggage.
Oh.
They come on fire at the same time. It's a double-edged sword.
Couldn't pull it. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, the whole Washington team. Right now. I'm sorry.
So let me ask you this. The reason why I say it's a desperation move is I think they outsmarted themselves on this. To me, your offense was more efficient when you had two consistent runners. Murray came in to take over after what's my man name that was there for the longest? Ingram.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To me, when they had those, it was like thunder and lightning. Then Murray came in and he filled Ingram's role. They don't have that anymore. To me, the best all-around back in the league is going to be, Kamara. But he ain't a feature back at the same time. You don't want to put that beating on him. He ain't going to be fresh at the end of the season or fresh when it's time to close the game out like you need it. And I think they just got too cute and they cut Murray too early, man. And y'all going to probably have to make some more hard decisions like that during the offseason.
Agree. Hey, shout out to my guy K-Rod, man. You know, he's a fan of the brain, you know, because him and, you know, PT, Pierre Thomas, you know, those were the first guys that started, you know, with Reggie Bush that started that, you know, that two-man punch for the Saints. So let's get to some of those comments.
Yeah, so Josh asked who, and you followed it right, bro. I'm like, this dude left Kenyon Drake bench him. He let Kenyon Drake bench him, if I'm not mistaken. Is that why he's free?
Well, that's why he's out of Miami.
Okay.
Miami was a roller coaster ride back then when he was over there, man. And as we see, Houston is somewhat along those lines of what Miami was back then. So, you know, like I said,
Now, you know, only
Has he ever had franchise consistency in his career, realistically?
This will be the first time.
Right.
That's true.
Also, somebody, you know, he recommended Kyrie, and you said he still can go out and get a 4.55 40.
Right, that's my dude, man. Hey,
He stayed in shape.
To this
He
day, man.
definitely stays in shape. Then somebody says because Tony Jones got hurt, just come in and produce, I guess.
Okay, now that to right now to that let's stop right there.
Okay.
Tony Jones getting hurt. Now everyone's just walking over that like everyone wasn't praising this guy like he wasn't the best thing since sliced bread. Now he gets hurt. Like that's just retarded for me. Like, and we made a business decision to let Murray go off of a rookie, having a good preseason in offseason, preseason workout. Preseason game and preseason workout. That was a stupid decision right there.
Especially when you got Super Bowl aspirations. In my opinion, I would have found some way to keep Murray, still kept Tony Jones, but see how he came on this year and then make that decision next year.
Thank you.
Well, you can't always account for people's injuries or what may have you. It's not like, as far as I know, Tony Jones was injury prone, had an injury prone career in reference towards college or anything else. And as somebody who, well, I can't say I've directly worked with training camp. I've worked at training camp as a beer vendor for almost a decade now. So I kind of have that upfront look at how training camps generally go in reference towards the Saints. And bottom line is, if the man beat the veteran out that might have been an economic salary cap liability in the first place, then yeah, of course that's what they're gonna go to. I mean, that's almost in a weird sense how you figure they found Kamara in the first place.
So I guess
Mark Ingram is not here.
So I guess you'll build your house on sand out of old plywood.
The only reason why you're considering this a sand situation is because the dude is actually hurt. Now, if this is a situation where he wasn't hurt and he wasn't producing in the role that they had him for in reference to being on the roster, then I could quite possibly see where you may be going with the situation. But realistically, the only reason why we're even having this conversation about him from this context is because the dude hurt.
Thank you. That's realistically right there. How you going? That's why I'm like, you're imagining stuff. He's hurt. So we're talking about he's hurt. So thank you.
Injuries happen, unfortunately. It seems to be an uptick on injuries all across the board in the league anyway. I don't know if that's pandemic related. I don't know if that's players union negotiations related or what may have you, but he just has to be somebody else on the list.
That's a good point because, every year, Sports Talk with Friends, we're powered by the fans. And every year, the whole thing about players getting hurt changes. They're like, oh, you know what? If they shorten the season, the players won't get hurt. If they stop preseason, the players won't get hurt. They're still getting hurt. So to me, it's the lack of conditioning because, I watch football when Brett Favre, who has a record for the most consistent games, this man knows how to take hits to prevent himself from getting hurt, from those hurt. And yeah, he might get injured, but he can still play, just like Russell Wilson. Those guys know how to stay in the game. That's why they're great. And rookies, they don't know how to do that because you know why? They have all this adrenaline and they have something to prove.
I'm not going to go right ahead.
Would have never made that decision. But what do you think? What were you about to say?
I mean, you can't limit the injury bug in the league to just rookies. Like I said, he just happens to be a person on the list of those that have gotten injured. It's like, somebody like Michael Thomas isn't necessarily a rookie, and even though I know that's a whole nother rabbit hole to potentially go down.
He don't want to play there.
There's another whole rabbit hole to venture off into Wonderland with. He is officially listed as injured. You know what I mean? And he's definitely not a rookie. So it's not the first time something like that didn't happen before. They've had plenty of backup running backs over the last 15 years that have unfortunately suffered one thing or another, and it just so happens to be his rookie year in doing it. I'm not gonna knock him for it unless it was some sort of self-caused type of injury, doing something off-field stupidity, what may have you. I'm not gonna knock him for it. Injuries happen in the league.
Good point. Good point. So, what other comment we got before we go on to the next one, Coach Lee?
So they brought up the fact that the team, and here's why I have an issue with that. So someone says, but to let Murray go, then shout out to Dante. He says they asked him to take a pay cut, and he said no. And then Robert fired back. I wouldn't either. He was a beast, but y'all gave all the money to a wide receiver that don't want to play. And then Kamara, if I'm Kamara, let me restructure to keep him so I don't get killed. Yeah, you'll never get money back. Now you never know when you're gonna be able to recoup that, and you never really truly are able to do that.
Unless you're a quarterback. Quarterbacks do that all the time.
That's what I was going to say. That's probably about the only position on a roster that's going to restructure themselves.
Yeah. They're going to get theirs and guaranteed signing bonus. I just think coming into the season, I definitely had the Saints as one of the top 10 teams coming into the season. Injuries have kind of derailed that. I definitely will at least put them in top 15 right now. But I think if you got Super Bowl aspirations again, I don't know if I would have cut Murray. If you're going to make that move, you should have made that move way in the beginning. You don't wait till the last of the cuts. Come to that man and say, hey, man, we need you to go and take that pay cut for us. I feel some type of way because if they had asked him earlier, he probably would have considered it or could have went a whole nother route versus at the end, like you just expect him to say, okay, I'm going to do it. That's a slap in the face.
I don't know. Man, let me ask y'all this, because I honestly don't know in reference towards this. How long ago did their actual conversations go in reference towards taking pay cuts or what may have? Because I seriously doubt that it was. I seriously doubt they waited until training camp to have that conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? So, they might have milled over it considering, and then maybe the caveat, the cherry on top was Tony Jones the way he was in training camp in the preseason. But I seriously doubt. Yeah, that was more of a cherry on top. That somebody called somebody's bluff is what that seems like to me. You know what I'm saying? Who else reminds me of that had that type of situation where their bluff gets called on status. I can't remember right now, but that type of thing happens all the time, and he lost this time.
Hey, shout out to you, Chris. I see you hanging out there. But hey, I mean, I blame it on Mickey Looney because at the end of the day, Latavius Murray wasn't our guy. We didn't draft him. He just came in off the street. So why would we expect him to take a pay cut? We don't have much vested in it. So I would have done, the same thing. He came in looking for money. Guess what? He's going to leave out the door looking for money. So, once again, that was a blemish on the front office. So, yeah, I chalked that one up.
Hey, all I got to say is right now, he's already, speaking about Murray, he's already matched his touchdown input for last year.
I knew you was going to say that.
I mean, come on, man.
Break. It's time for the break.
The dude in Baltimore, man. I mean, it'd be fairly hard not to match. You know what I'm saying? Within the first part of the year, because running has been a part of Baltimore since Johnny Unitas was at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, quick. Name the best passing season Joe Flacco ever had. Quick, exactly. They've been running forever. So I mean,
I gotta take my jug. Hey, I have somewhat of an admiration for the Saints, man, but
I don't feel the same way for the Cowboys.
I know you don't.
Look, keep you while you're down, pour salt on your wound, and pour water while you're, I don't know, but yeah.
Not a wrestling heel move.
You gonna pull a full tables and chairs match on them.
But hey, we're gonna take our first break for tonight, and we'll be back in about 15-20.
What's up, guys? It's Mike Larimore here. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to STWF Media for all of the love and the positivity they've been sending my way recently. We partnered up, you know what I'm saying? I just like the energy the guys bring over there. So any sports talk, you want to talk football, you want to talk baseball, they might even talk bowling if you're interested. Boxing, whatever your thing is, man, go check them out. There's a lot of great coverage over there. Again, it's nothing but positive energy from these guys. Go check them out. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man,
so next topic. Huh?
The guy Mike, man. You know, he got a fight coming out. He had a fight coming up. He's our MMA fighter. He had a fight coming up in Tampa Bay, Florida, man. He's been off for a little while, but shout out to Michael, man. He's we're gonna be posting him up in the group.
Okay. Good luck, champ. So next one we got. This is from yours truly as well. Kind of a good topic we like rolling with around here. Football season is here. We're in full effect. And this is the weekly, how would you grade your NFL team performance? This pertaining to week 6.
Yes.
Chris, how would you grade your Bengals? I don't think I seen you on that post. So you're hanging out with. How would you grade your Bengals performance of week 6? My Saints, you know, ain't no topping us. I got A++. You know.
Exactly. I agree with you on that one.
You gotta give
That's what
the bye week. So I give you that. It's about week.
Ain't nobody asked you to be Mr. Technical.
Me, I give my team.
Yeah,
I give my team a C+ this week.
A C+. Who's your team?
Cowboys.
Like people supposed to know that.
C+.
I ain't rocking this hat for nothing.
We also got audio listeners, so I mean they won't see you. Ha.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, the Cowboys. Say it with my chest.
I don't know why I asked that.
No, but the reason why I get on the team is that game had 2 red zone turnovers. It gave up the big play after making a big play. And as a Cowboy fan, you wait for the other shoe to fall or some bad luck, but it's already brewing. Mike McCarthy, dog. He is going to be our demise this year. Bonehead decisions.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, it was a thrilling game for what I saw, and y'all was able to pull it out in the end. And it's a damn good thing that y'all have that guy from Opelousas, Louisiana, in your team wearing number 88, because yeah, that boy there.
Look, I like that.
Boy there. Ooh-wee. I'm so glad he's from this area. You know, we having a nice little influx of South Louisiana-based wide receivers going on in the league these days with Chase Jefferson and Lamb. You know what I mean? So that's one aspect of the Cowboys I pay attention to for fantasy purposes.
I'm glad you said that. You know, I want to hone in on CeeDee Lamb, their top receiver, being from Louisiana, because you know the Cowboys always like to say, well, you know, all y'all players, all y'all good coaches come from the Cowboys. So you know, there y'all go. But y'all giving us who are the Drew Brees? We giving y'all CeeDee Lamb.
I think y'all got the best of that.
I mean, all in all, probably so. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's a bad trade-off per se.
Nah.
It's especially since your quarterback went to West Monroe.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's what I love the most.
He's also from East Texas. He's from East Texas. He's from Shreveport, Bossier, I mean.
Nah, I thought he was from the other side of the top of I-20, but you know, either way it goes.
All right, so what we got Chris Common. He says he's one of our Bengals fans. We got a lot of them. Shout out to Joe. He's our resident Bengal fan. But Chris, he has he rated them a B-.
Yeah, B-.
What do y'all think about it?
I'm gonna say this. I can agree with that. This ain't your normal old school Bengals. This is starting to look like the Bengals from back when Kenny was in Kenny Eason, Brian, whatever his name was back in the day.
Boomer Esiason.
And they had
Boomer
Chris-
Esiason now.
They looking pretty good, man. They
Yeah.
they got the high draft picks. They drafting right. They got a franchise quarterback. They got a franchise wide receiver. They already got their chemistry. I think from an offensive standpoint, they're just a couple of pieces away. Defense is competitive. They might sneak in the playoffs this year.
I don't think there's going to be a might to it. I mean, and let's not forget on reference to the offensive side that added somebody who's only a handful of games away from getting his own Disney life story, and Joe Mixon, in the background. So, he, like I said, he's about a half a dozen game away from his own Blind Side movie, the way his story went in reference towards his career. So that's not a bad combination when you have a notable quarterback, a notable receiver, and a notable running back.
That's good. That's usually a recipe for success.
Yeah.
And then guys playing with confidence. That's the biggest thing. Like, those guys playing with confidence, So, they had a good defense. The only hole that I see is their line, but the line is standing up, and shout out to Joe Burrow. I mean, he was able to put together a multiple touchdown game. So, yeah, I'll give him that.
What's scary about that is for them is they've drafted great up until this point for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of cap space going into next year too, so they can pretty much start possibly cherry picking offensive linemen.
Mm. Oh yeah. All right, so I know who I'll be picking, featuring on my fantasy football team in 2022.
Hey, Christian, it's going on, man. Andy Dalton ain't that dude, man.
Wait a minute.
No, he from Houston. He can go help the Texans up.
Houston.
He born and raised in Houston. He's having to go to school up this way. So Rosa said that her heart rate was normal and pertaining to the
He's
game.
also a New Orleans Saints fan. Shout out to him.
Okay. Raiders. Now the Raiders, they performed like I thought they was gonna perform. They rallied around all the stuff that was going on last week. They rallied and had a solid game. Glad I picked them to win too.
So you think the old rally and cry worked for him, huh?
I think it did for that. And they might come crashing back down to reality.
This week. Well, at least for one game, for one shining moment, they came together as a team during adversity.
Exactly. That's cute. I mean, that was very emotional. Just like the whole Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, that was cute.
Maurice gave his Steelers a C-.
The Steelers? I think that was a good grade.
But then Van gave the Steelers a D+ right after that. The very next comment.
Oh, damn. Well,
a D+, that's the same thing.
Basically.
True.
Like, what's going on? What teacher graded they paper, man? Like, that shit we would have got home with our parents.
Then got a couple of A+. I don't know who Larry root for. King Tut, San Fran, get him A++++. And Blake, the Patriots are B-. Patriots play good, man. At the end of the day, they're a young team. It ain't the same Patriots from the last 20 years. But
man.
Belichick is still the greatest head coach of all time.
See, I'm breaking in right here. That's another whole potential rabbit hole, bruh. Hot take number one from yours truly. I don't know about this Belichick thing as much no more, man. I don't know about this, but I've always respected the Patriots. I've always wanted to see that Saints Patriots Super Bowl sometime over the last 15 years or what may have you. I was there working at the Superdome when Brady won his first Super Bowl, my beer man position or what may have you. But bruh, in that conversation to say hypothetically Brady versus Belichick, it's really looking like Brady over Belichick when it's all said and done in reference towards taking a team somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And
that Bucs team, that defense is already loaded, and he handpicked Grunt to come join him, AB to come join him.
Okay,
They told Fournette.
I mean, I totally understand. I mean, how okay, as far as names are concerned, those might be bigger names that's going to Tampa Bay or what may have you. But realistically, where did Tom Brady learn that aspect of virtually handpicking the right people towards coming into a team from? Belichick in New England. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I look at it like this. I know for a fact that in almost 10 years of coaching without Tom Brady, Belichick don't have a winning record, dog. So I'm like, you know,
Uh-oh.
what do I do with information like that? I mean, what do I do with information like that? He's coached 2 teams, have had at least a half a dozen quarterbacks besides Brady in that 8, 9, 10 years, whatever it is, and he do 15 games, 15, 20 games on the 500. So like, what do I do with that information? And he's 2-4 now.
He's 2-4. He's 2-4 now, but he ain't got the same team he's had in the past.
That's what I'm saying. He also ain't had the same quarterback as he had in the past either. I mean, that's the point.
I mean, honestly speaking, you know, we can go on after, but 2 years in a row, they still trying to find themselves.
Last year, we can't count last year. They got hit. The reason why I say that. No, the reason why I say that, you got to look at how many people that opted out of them for COVID-19 last year. A majority of his defense.
You know I'm a systems guy.
Oh, yeah.
And as long as you got your key pieces, you know, the system runs.
So you're saying the plug-in system that they've been running for the last 20 years didn't work last year? That's what you're saying.
It didn't work. That's what it sounds
like. It did or
like.
It didn't?
No, it didn't work last year.
No, it did not work last year. And so why didn't it work last year? I guess I'm just
look at who he's replacing. Now, I'm not saying that they one needed the other one in order to be successful. It was just lightning in the bottle at that point in time. Now, granted, Brady's a GOAT, but you still can't take away from Bill. If Bill had to still prepare Brady in the first place to even be there.
I mean, yeah, granted, you know, there was Hollywood movie magic for 20 years in reference towards 2 guys, but I mean, the only point I'm making is that Belichick had years before Brady, he's had years after Brady, and he's had at least 1 full season without Brady, which just so happened to be one of his 2 winning seasons without Brady out of 9. So, you know, like
but those
I said,
years was with Cleveland.
Yeah, but those years, I mean,
5 years was with Cleveland.
I mean, realistically, here's the side hot take of that though, man. I mean, how many years away are we from saying, well, that's what he was in New England after Brady? How many years away from that?
So when did Brady get there? 2001?
2001. He became the starter after Bledsoe nearly died against the Jets in 2000, 2001, 2000. Yeah, something like that. It was 2000. That's what it was. Because the 2001, it was 2001 he became the starter long term because the 2002 Super Bowl was after 9/11 in New Orleans. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. So 2001. Okay, that was his second year in New England.
I think so.
When did Brady get hurt?
When did Bledsoe get hurt?
No.
Brady. Brady would have been 2008.
And they went 11-5.
They went 11-5 that year. Yeah.
With Matt Castle.
Matt Castle's no slump.
That's what I'm saying. But dude, okay, so
what did he do after he left New England?
He went
Matt Castle
to the Chiefs and did his thing.
He went where?
I mean, it's like we're talking about Matt Castle here. We could also say some of the same things about what did Cleveland do after they got rid of Belichick and moved to Baltimore. You can't say the team was that turned over between those years of roughly 97 and 99.
I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing that I seen where the drop off came from is because, now that you brought this up, is that people stop believing in the system. They stop having people there to enforce the system. when Tom Brady was there, everyone is happy to see Tom Brady. They don't really get to interact with the coach. You know, everyone doesn't get to come in like, oh, you know what? I want to see Bill Belichick. They be like, I want to see Tom Brady. And then they allow Tom Brady to implement the system that, yes, he was taught by Bill Belichick. So they stopped having those key pieces to push that Bill Belichick system. That's why in 2 years, they still struggling to find and get back on task with that system because there's no one there to push it.
I can see that. I could potentially see that. So does that make all those years of 7 or 8 losing seasons without Tom Brady? Could you apply like the same thing to those years too? So that puts even more emphasis on somebody like Tom Brady being there, right?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yes,
I don't like the fact that he's in Tampa at all. You know,
Yeah,
I don't like the fact that
Tom Brady, and it just takes someone of Tom Brady's status to implement. And that goes anywhere, wherever there's a successful system, just like in New Orleans. Jameis Winston can't come back there and implement the same system that Sean Payton and Drew Brees had because no one believed in Jameis Winston.
I mean, we're just basically on the cusp of potentially finding out. You know what I'm saying? Sean Payton really hasn't had any other quarterback besides Drew Brees in his coaching career. So what we're talking about in reference towards Bill Belichick, he actually had the beginning of his resume to compare such things towards. I mean, yeah, you know, you have no coaching experience of Sean Payton without Drew Brees except for basically this year. So we're finding out. So I wouldn't necessarily say that. Not yet.
I can put another example out there. You know, I'm not a one-trick pony.
Right. Oh no, I know you're not.
Love to enjoy the debate.
Yeah.
What we got up next, Coach Lee?
So we're gonna roll right into it.
No, I'll take a quick break, man. I've been talking too much, man. Got my championship beer right here. You know, this is how real champions drink beer. Man. You know what I'm saying? My beer was
We'll be
cold.
right back in about 15, 20. I bet that beer tastes bitter.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
Booyah.
It's like, damn, we back. Shout out to my guy, K-Rob, man. That's funny. Shout out to him.
So this next one, I had you in mind as well. Because I know you said you like a good debate.
Uh-oh.
I know this going to have one.
Uh-oh.
Dak 2.0. Hey, man. It is what it is at this point, right?
Hey, gonna be a lot of cussing if you tread lightly.
So let's get this
comment up. Let's get this comment up because yeah, you know that I did see that. I did see that in the group chat. Uh-oh.
So this one we got. This one is from Jaquez.
Hey man, anything with a J besides jump, I can't pronounce it, man. Like I don't understand how to pronounce it.
So this one kind of it went to poke fun at the Saints, but I saw the underlying value in this conversation. So he said Drew Brees says that, who's now a commentator, says Dak Prescott is a top 3 quarterback right now. What team did Brees play for after the Chargers? So mine is that dig right there. How y'all feeling about his assessment of young Dakota Rain Prescott?
I am too smart, and I have no idea what the hell that comment means. Like, I had no sense. Like, what did that mean? Why did he bring up the fact that Drew Brees said Dak played, top 3 quarterback, and like I didn't understand it.
He's trying to underline and dig that somebody associated with the Saints actually said some highly complimentary stuff about somebody from the Cowboys. But besides that, to answer the question in reference to the situation, 3. If he had said 5, if he had said top 5 quarterback, I would be there. But I don't know if he's on the cusp of 3 when you have Lamar Mahomes and Thomas Brady, who we just finished talking about, still around. You know what I mean? So he's there, but and this year it's great to see him do what he does from his own personal standpoint. Coming off the injury and everything like that, and what may have you. He ain't gonna be doing that in November. I'm just say that right now, but but yeah, if I could put him at number 4. And somebody could possibly say a Kyler Murray discussion just enough to possibly slip him to 5. That's about where I would place him this year. In that.
So to Jacquez, whatever. To his point, my little cousin Ray that played for South Oak Cliff is the best quarterback in Dallas. I'm a media. Drew Brees is in the media. He's gonna say anything for views. So, scratch that. Who the hell cares? Now, granted, I'm not going to knock it. Dak Prescott has been playing, and been playing lights out at a remarkable level, but he has yet to finish a season. So, I won't get ahead of myself. So, beyond that, gotta finish the season. Is he playing like a top 3 quarterback? Yeah, it can be argued because, like you said, Moose, they got Lamar Jackson, who's definitely coming on right now. They got Josh Allen and Kirk Cousins. He's up and down, but, Aaron Rodgers. There's a lot of other guys that's doing a lot more with less because at the end of the day, Dallas Cowboys has an expensive offensive roster. That's all I'm saying. You Teddy Riley in this. Teddy, you there? Tyrone?
Wait. Time out. You did.
I can't hear you.
So, who would be your top 5 right now? Who would be your top 5 right now?
Who would be my top 5?
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers, Herbert.
I agree with that.
That's top 5 right there. Just with not going off stats, just going off of that, that'd be my top 5. And only because, like I said, Dak is playing at he's been impressive. No lie. He's been very impressive. He's been throwing the ball.
Mark that.
Yeah, he's been throwing the ball down the field. He has been doing that. So, but we gotta take Teddy Riley off the screen. He'll be right back with us.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. I agree with your assessment of the. I definitely agree with your top 5. We playing it cool this year, us Cowboy fans.
Okay.
We lay back, we chilling.
Wait, that person who made this statement is a Cowboys fan. So
that's him.
So how y'all being laid back?
We are laid back.
That ain't no laid back comment. That's shot.
That's a shot. But he didn't say nothing like, we going to the Super Bowl. He didn't say nothing like that.
See, that's one of them, like them old folks used to be when I was young. See, we talking over your head, little boy. Like, see, I had no idea what the hell he's talking about. But all I knew is he was talking slick. So, yeah.
You didn't see this part, did you?
Y'all been mad at what part?
When I asked, where's my guy that said he was dink and dunk Dak?
I'm right here, dog. Hey, he's still that guy, man. Like I said, he's still that guy. He's just been impressive.
What?
Man, it's been impressive. Still that guy.
So, just to put it in perspective, he was happy. He was. They were, some people, even though the team was opposite of last year, they were 1-4 before he got hurt. I think up until the time he got hurt. So he was on a record-breaking pace from a yard standpoint, touchdown. He was balling last year, so he got hurt.
Right.
But he played from behind.
Thank
But this year, they ain't playing from behind. I'm looking at through 6 games, he almost has the same amount of yards he had last year, which is a record-breaking pace last year, I might add.
Okay.
His average is the same, 8.4 yards, which is one of the tops in the league. He's 16 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. He had 9 last year. So all that passing he was doing, he's almost doubled his touchdown output.
Now watch it. Now see, this is the fun thing with stats. Now let's go check on the defensive side of the ball. Let's see how long the defensive is staying on the field now. That's giving the offensive longer chance and more opportunity to stay on the field. And you know what? Let's check this out. This is the second year for CeeDee Lamb. Oh. They got 2 very good tight ends. We can go at this all night long. He is still dink and dunk that.
They just hate. They just hate.
Yes, I can sleep tonight.
But you know what? I ain't gonna say who, but I remember there was some conversation and some rumblings. Some of my other fans, Saints fans, like, y'all don't sign Dak. We might swoop in there and get him.
Yeah, just like we did Dez Bryant for 1 game, and then the fool get hurt. That's how I knew Jerry Jones, like they said, was the Illuminati, man. We picked him up, signed him just to play the Dallas Cowboys. He go break a damn leg. Yeah.
But hey, man, we're looking forward to. We got a bye week this week. Good luck to your team. Actually, and I mean that with all sincerity. Good luck to them up until December the 2nd. You know why I say that? Because I want y'all coming into the game for having a reason to play for something.
What? Man, look, we gonna beat y'all, man. Like, we go and whatever. We gonna beat y'all, man. Because you know what?
Okay.
Y'all don't have a moxie. You know what I'm saying? Like, your whole team is soft. Like, what is this?
Oh, we soft?
Hey.
Okay.
Zeke, he wearing cut-off T-shirts, man. He's wearing cut-off T-shirts.
Zeke out there making dudes make business decisions again. And you know what? Ask y'all safety about Zeke. He knows Zeke in the bottom of his shoes very well. Zeke done ran over his fellow Ohio State Buckeye several times.
Yeah. You know, Sarah. You know, y'all look good over there, but we got y'all number, man. You know.
Okay.
Hold on, man. You know what, goddamn it, you know what? You just made me mad. Let me strike up this band. Dun, 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 oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching. Hey, we winning this week, and we're gonna beat y'all December 2nd, man. That's how we roll, man.
What y'all gonna do if y'all don't win? I'm just curious. Cause all I've been hearing all season, wait till December 2nd. Wait till December 2nd. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Nothing's changed. But I mean, you know, like I said, all good things must come to an end. And, you know, I think
that's right.
You know, time has come to an end. And Moose, what happened? I mean, like, his cell phone service come to an end? I mean, like, you know, he left us. It was good hanging out with you, man. Shout out to you, man, you know, to the Raising Cajun land. I think they make meat pies out there, so I don't know. But yeah. But so, man, it's the Sports Chatter Show, right? Like, it's time for us to go say our parting words.
Time for us to go. Hey, make sure you got here tomorrow. Got the basketball show. It's gonna be the Ben Simmons update. You know it's gonna be in there. What it's gonna be as the world turns. You got the Lake. I think the Lake Show playing tonight. So hey, basketball season right around the corner. If you not in a fantasy basketball league, holla at this man right here if you want to get in.
Nice. Hey, shout out to you, Chris. I just noticed something. You actually made our show on time, and we didn't have to ping you, man. Hey, appreciate that. We're going to have something for you, man. We'll be doing giveaways, but shout out to you, man. Big fan of the show, man. We appreciate you hanging out.
Most definitely.
Shout out to everybody that's playing in our fantasy basketball league, fantasy football league. It's a lot of y'all, man. Like, we got like up to 70 people. Sheesh. It's hard keeping up with y'all, man. But hey, this is what we do. We do it for the fans, powered by the fans. You know, it's Uncle Leroy, and I'm signing off. So my shout out. So what you got?
Hey, shout out to my family. Shout out to you, brothers. Always a pleasure on here. Hey, shout out to those who tuned in tonight. Shout out to those that joined us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tune in tomorrow. Coach Hill gonna be on to Waco Terror updates. Hey, too, keep winning some money out there in Vegas, man. I think he hit at the Cali Knicks.
Hey, you like the feds, man. You telling everything. You follow everything.
Yes, sir.
It's Coleman, San Diego. So
That's right.
But
other than that, Cowboy Nation, your boy loves you. With that being said, good night.